The weight of the responsibility for the terror attack lies with Israel, they said. Not Hamas, Israel. Could people consider that maybe to be a little anti-Semitic?
I feel like you're trying to lead into a bias, and
I'm against terror. That's me. I got a strong bias against terror. Last fall, a number of anti-Semitic student organizations at Columbia signed a proclamation blaming Israel for the horrible October 7th terror attack. In response, many law firms said they would not hire these anti-Semites. Well, I stand today in front of a law firm that actually hired 2 of them despite pledging not to. What do you think about this law firm hiring anti-Semites after saying they wouldn't?
Hypocritical, at least.
Yeah.
But that's the way the world seems these days.
Debevoise Plimpton hired 2 radical anti-Semites from Columbia University.
I see, that's terrible.
Do you think they signed this letter thinking nobody will, follow up on it? What's your take? What's your guess?
I think it's a shame. I don't have an explanation, and I think it's a frightful shame.
That's just disgusting.
Just disgusting, I agree.
Excuse me, sir.
Sure. This is a public sidewalk, sorry.
He knows his rights.
This is a public sidewalk.
A public sidewalk, he can do that.
Officer, it's a public sidewalk, correct?
So shuts out his rights.
Sorry.
His rights.
Evidently, our activism has drawn the attention of many security guards, many police. Hopefully they're there to protect the rest of the attorneys from the radical anti-Semites. Do you think they, like HR, just totally dropped the ball?
I'm guessing they need to further investigate where the ball was dropped.
They do background checks for certain other types of employment. They should have really done a background check.
I guess HR should do more due diligence.
In reality, we shouldn't be too surprised that this law firm hired multiple anti-Semites because they have a big focus on DEI, which many of us consider to be a leading cause of anti-Semitism. What do you think causes the rise in anti-Semitism on college campuses?
A lack of education.
Lack of it, or maybe too much education for the wrong people?
I don't think it's education that they're getting.
What causes all this increased anti-Semitism?
I hate to say this in today's world, but it definitely are those that are voting for Trump.
I think it might be, Trump.
You think the Columbia people are influenced by Trump?
Well, I think, he is causing a wave of anti-Semitism.
I've been to a lot of campuses. I've met with many anti-Semites. Not a one of them was wearing a MAGA hat. Debevoise Plimpton hired 2 of Columbia University's leading anti-Semites. Talk to them about it. We're trying, they're not answering our calls. If you'd like to join in, call Peter Fursey, a partner at this law firm. His number is 212-909-6114. That's a publicly available number. If you call him, politely ask why they hired radical anti-Semites. So what we do is we buy their domain names, like Avery-Bashe.net, and Tess Kim is the other student. We bought her domain name, and we set up profile pages explaining what they've done. Some people say we're too extreme. What do you think?
I support you.
It's free speech, it's awareness.
You're doing the right thing.
Well, thank you so much.
I'm actually in your newsletter. Let me shake your hand.
Hey, nice to meet you. So you're on our email list?
Yes, I am. If they experience what Jews experience, they may change their mind or see things differently.
So we met a lot of outraged people today, upset about what this law firm is doing. We also saw some of the most aggressive security guards we've seen in a while. One thing is clear, this law firm now knows that they've hired 2 radical anti-Semites. Maybe previously it was an HR snafu, but now if they continue employing these radicals, that is an unforced error. Take action right now at tesskim.net and Avery-Bashe.net. Make sure that these executives know that you are outraged that they broke their pledge not to hire anti-Semites. I'm Adam Gillette, Accuracy in Media.